Welcome back to Perspectives Media. On this episode of the Perspectives podcast, we have a very special guest, is me. I keep on introduce people as special guests, is me. But tonight we have a very, what more than call it now, a very natural guest, is me. Not to say the guests from before were not natural, but I feel like we have somebody close to nature tonight. Is me, the one and only Kadou. Is
yes,
Kadou. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
Well, good night, everybody. I don't know. Giving thanks for being here on the show.
Perspectives podcast.
Perspective podcast. Nice. Well, my name is Ryan Kadou. Most people just know me as Kadou. You know, so grew my life in Ibris, born in Antigua, but Ibris by blood, by heart, by love. So there, you know.
Yeah. Kadou there is my people. So Kadou, tell the people what you're about. Isn't me? You say born in Antigua. Give the people some more on your life story.
Well, the Antigua part wouldn't be much long, you know, because I would have come here from since I was like a 1 year old with my mom, you know. So she would have moved here with her husband, which is my stepfather, and Mangoa family. I have 2 sisters here, Kyla and Celine. You know, big up to Kyla and Celine, and see, man. Yeah. So most of my life though is growing up in Ibris. I spent most of my time in Cotton Ground. When I first came, I used to move around different places in Ibris, but found a home in Cotton Ground, and that's where I went to school in terms of St. Thomas's Primary, St. Thomas's Pre, then move on to CSS.
See the runner in a primary, inter-primary, and then vibe there?
Well, the running story will always be a story that I love talk about, which I remember in primary school from kindergarten, maybe not preschool and all, they had this virgin of mine named Gerard Brown. He used to beat me up every sports taking. Every year I come home with second medals because we used to run against each other on the same color. So orange house, 2 top of 8 them, so first and second all the time. And to come home with 1 or 2 goal from the relay them. You understand? So be a second and 2 goal. Never gonna individual win from the race them. Until me last year at primary school, I tell myself, no man, I have to go defend something, man. I have to go win a race, yo. I have to go win something, you see it? So yeah, man, I tell myself, yeah, for the 100 meter that dash there, I gonna run me hard out. You understand? This man not gonna beat me this year. No, I'm gonna left primary school knowing that I at least beat you 1 time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, sports they come. You went through the last race I did. There would have been 100 meter, grade 6 bars. Don't know that. I got already. Yeah, man. I take out on the track. I don't even look back to see nobody else. But that first me come.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I first me come, man. And then from the time, you know, I just start to push more into the running thing when we reach the high school level.
So how far you take the running in terms of high school?
Running in high school, we used to train with track club, gladiators. So it's Wakely Daniel, and he had Milo, Jamie, you know. So we run in high school now. We take it off on a level now, cause I had a chance to go Leeward Islands the same year when I win the 100, and that can expose me to different aspects of the track and field. You get to travel, you get to go different places, and the discipline of it too. Because with the track and field, now you have to develop a discipline. Because you realize now the man up on the track, the man now coming up easy game, the man coming some real training, real discipline. So it kind of pushed me to be more disciplined, which was an outlet for me too. You understand? As a young man, to being able to push certain energy into a place where, you know, all that negative, you know what I mean? Because there's enough negative I won't see him still, but yeah. So on a level there, I was able to go up on a national level I never really make it to Carifta, but I've been to a couple trials and a couple national trials, and so after a while, injury started to come in, and that kind of make me wean after a little bit, but who knows, you know? But right now, I got a sister, well, Celine, take it up after me.
Yeah, man, well, I feel like the majority of St. Kitts Nevis would know Celine.
Yeah.
Celine a real track star, isn't
so
it?
she took it up from me, man. She took it up from me and continue the same discipline and just do shit thing, you know?
Yeah, so you finish high school and you used to do running. You play football too?
Football is something I just love, man, from a young age. It was something that me never get to play because the track and field coach never really wanted to go on the ball. But me love me still, you understand? And the aspect of it really something that me just take to after the injuries which I can feel. So me really into it on this level now. Even now, you know, Sunday morning ball game, I try to take part in a little competition around, you know, but you know, spending time in Jamaica as well. I was after high school, you know, after working and so forth, take a travel. I get to spend some more time with the ball game, and yeah, man, I love it, man.
Yeah, so you left high school and you're a track star in high school. Where you take it after high school? Where the journey of Kadou continue? Where did the journey of Kadou lead to after high school?
Well, I mean, after high school, dealing with different energy. Take up CFBC. So I spent a year in CFBC. What I was doing down there, I was doing architecture. I love the art and so forth, and growing up and things I used to draw a lot and do a lot of sketching and so forth. So I just tell myself by an architect, I want to be an architect, I want to draw plan, you know. And even during high school, certain subjects me gravitate to naturally to, you know, the building tech them and so forth. So that went to St. Kitts, spend some time there. But for me, when I'm in St. Kitts now, it was a transition from like a high school mentality where, you know, teachers there to help you and different things.
Yeah, when you go on a CFBC, you know, a different thing.
It kind of semi upon your own. I end up just say Mr. Father for a little bit. He me working in St. Kitts and used to travel back and forth, and you know, you start to be exposed to other things as well where kind of detract you. Same still to each other. So it was being able to deal with all of that there from high school. You come out to your parents' house, you get a little exposure to the world, you know what I mean, and how you deal with that. So on that level, I mean, we get exposed to a lot of different things in St. Kitts, more track and field, more football. Start to network with people in terms of you know, just energy and vibes and so forth. But the school wasn't something that me did feel comfortable with. I don't know for what reason, but me just tell myself, man, me feel like them lectures and push the energy out me want it push, man. Me expected more. You check? And yeah, but me had to negotiate with mother, tell them I'm not doing my second year. She tell me, yo, me have to go look work. You see? So I say, alright, me go apply for teaching. You understand? Yeah.
So you apply for teaching and you get through.
Me get through.
Yeah. So you're not done your second year at CFBC, but you get through with teaching.
But how we go, I'm in the high school, me did a good student in terms of academics.
Oh, okay. So
when we left now, me had distinctions in certain things like building tech and maths and technical design, electricity. I had a good combination of subjects that kind of, you know, make me somebody that could mold into. When you would have applied now, they would answer say you
you're good enough to be a teacher then because you're a good student. So you'd be a good starter teacher. Basically.
Yeah, I think it's more like I could learn. They see me being able to learn the role of being a teacher because it wasn't an easy transition again from student to teacher. You understand? That
was disrespectful, you know? Especially you when me know I grew up. You can't come teach me. I got teach you.
It had some people like that. Not to cut you off, but that's some people like that.
It's not to say me personally is like that because I respect teachers. You see me? And to say teachers will come out of even sixth form. You see me? I feel like teaching is like a divine type of profession. You see me? Because you can literally make or break a man as a teacher, you know. You see me? Because students spend more time with them teacher than even them parents, you know.
In certain settings, yes. Whereas
if you really do the maths.
Yeah, the school setting is a different environment. It's like a example of how the world might end up. They might kind of give you some kind of guidance as how you're supposed to be structured in the world.
You got school go find everything.
Yeah, so it can expose you to knowledge then, like a place you could plug in and be exposed to knowledge and exposed to different concepts. So you have the art form of teaching, but the art form of teaching can be, you can't left it out. You can't left out the art form of learning because for me now, when I apply the trade as a teacher, what me left with now is the understanding of the role and the importance of teaching and learning within our society. Right? So, I mean, as a teacher, you could bring forth or expose people to knowledge, CMS still. But at the same time, you being exposed to learning as well. So you as a teacher will learn. So me had to be a good as somebody that wanting to learn how to teach, I wanting to learn how to interact. So it wasn't easy at first. I had to apply art form of learning before I could be a teacher.
So you have to learn to teach.
Right.
In a sense.
Yeah. But and then when you realize what you do there now, you realize that you apply it on an everyday basis. Because you go into a job, you don't know what's going on. You got to apply a level of learning, and then somebody got to apply a level of teaching. Understand? And if they be able to communicate properly, you might find it difficult to do a job when the job not hard. So teaching now kind of help you to communicate better. You wouldn't realize, but me just stammer.
Yeah, of course we realize. You know that you're fat, you stammer.
But it be real bad. It be real bad, boy.
So you did real bad, like.
But at times when me in front of the classroom and students I laugh after me because as a teacher, supposed to be. I look like you don't know what's going on. So what we had to overcome to was a level of being able to laugh after yourself. Yeah. You understand? So when they realize that me laugh with them too, they laughing and really keep up to the long.
No, you're laughing really fun. And that's the thing, because if you give me a name, Zane, if you any name what you give me I take you, from the first time you give me that name, bro, God, me take that, So then your name irrelevant.
Yeah.
You see me? Your name irrelevant at the end of the day. So from teaching now, where was the journey? Where the journey of Kadou continued after teaching? Like, at what point did you transition from teaching, or are you still teaching to this day?
Well, there was a transition, definitely. At that point in time, started to be exposed to a network of professionals now. So I met like Virgin Blake, Raja, Sizzler, had Lodge. It was like a pool of skills under one roof, you get what I mean? So they had a lot of impact on how I interacted and looked to teaching and wanted to progress after. So there was opportunities to go CFBC to continue going down the path of education, further myself in degree in education and so forth. But for me, I always loved the art form, art CMS, you know. So with the teaching, I got a chance to be around skilled professionals who exposed me to what they're dealing with, because I was teaching, woodwork, building tech, technical drawing at one point, and maths. You understand? So I had to develop myself in them areas there. At the same time, my art form was being able to express by learning the machine them to teach youth man them. I started to develop more skills in my art and how me able to present, to draw and sketch more and do different things. So it was still me learning art-wise, me trade and how me want to develop. And then the man encouraged me to apply to school, man. You know, architecture you could do it in Jamaica. And I was like, academics, it seemed like them they're gonna expose me to more stuff than I was being exposed to St. Kitts, you know. So that was an interesting topic for me now. And I think like St. Kitts still exposed me to things. I had the art class that I love. Yeah. Where me had the exposure to art in the art class and different things I still love. But for me, I just felt like me wanted to be out of a particular environment.
You wanted a change of surroundings.
Yeah, me feel like
a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, like the where I was being planted wasn't being nourished enough for me. Yeah. You understand? Too much toxic things in the soil at that place. So we definitely wanted a different space, a different pattern soil, you get what I mean, to split up my roots them and get some more nourishment to grow the trees, right?
Yeah, because without the right nourishment, the tree not grow.
Nah, grow, yo.
Isn't me? Because you have a good seed, you know? Yeah. And you not take care of it and it just dead pan.
Turn a bad seed, is it?
Isn't me? Turn a bad seed.
And it was a good seed in the start.
Yeah. Isn't me? So, you get the idea of going to college, or you was encouraged to go to college from your
time teaching
from your time teaching and so. So at what point did you transition to school now, or did you transition to school?
After my second year, you know, I had reasons to stay, you know, and then I realized teaching wasn't a really environment, so I just applied the first year. So after my first year teaching, second year I apply. Me get through, but me went in late. So they're telling me apply again. So the third year now, I decided okay, get me portfolio ready. So me do me final year a teaching to kind of develop my portfolio and send off to school. And then third year, when me get through, it was an option to wait because they had 40 spots available and me get accepted, but me the 42nd. So I got to wait until somebody else drop out. Next year, me gonna on the top of the next list. So me like, I don't want to wait a 4 year again. You know what I mean? We really wanted to step, even though things wasn't financially arranged, but me get approval for certain things, and you know, certain support was there, and so yeah, man, I do this year. Just select my next option, which was urban and regional planning. So
also, you applied for architecture, but you not get through. So
second option.
You take your second option,
which was urban and regional planning.
Urban and regional planning. Yeah. So you transition now from teaching back into school, basically. So you were teaching and now you're being taught again.
Yeah. So you realize the cycle up.
Yeah, so the cycle just continue over and over and over. You see me? That's why along the journey, you know, me always pray that you're not supposed to burn your bridges, you know.
No.
You see me? Because at the end of the day, if you as a teacher treat your students a certain way, then when you go back to school, at some point you have to go back to school, you know. So you now go on your teachers at school again for treat you a certain way. You see me? So the cycle always continue, and everything in a life have that type of cycle, you know. That's why they say whatever you sow, that you reap, you know. Is what I say. Because karma did it all at all times, you know. That's why you see me not do people certain things, you know. You see me? Me not deal with people certain way. You see it. So continuing on your journey, you know. You're there at college at Jamaica. How was college life? Cause you gone to Jamaica, you know. At school, you're there at Jamaica. Which university you go?
I got accepted to UTech.
Yeah. So how was life in UTech? You see me? Life in UTech, this is a complete different environment, you know. Different girl, different party, different schooling, different everything.
Before say was the next transition here again. I mean, life is all about transitions, but now but at the time, like you see me speaking now, but at the time, you know, certain things were not easily explained. You know, me I got through it, so it's like only now me could look back and say it was like a transitional time. Me left small island, me go big island. You understand?
Yeah.
But what me was blessed with was me linking them, which was Blake, Raja, and Lodge, and Sizzler and Jackson. You know, they would have exposed me to a level of the culture.
Yeah, but then you keep on and say Blake, Raja, them money are Jamaican.
Yeah, them money are Jamaican. Yeah, me say make people that know.
Yeah, them money are Jamaican people. You see me? So them money don't introduce you to the culture.
Yeah,
Jamaican.
them man they would have went the teaching school in Jamaica. What they call one?
I think Michael.
Yeah,
Michael. Yeah.
So they went to Michael, and they would have come and spread the knowledge here and trust me, they would have impact a lot of people. Because it just expose you to a level of skill work, a level of creativity.
Yeah, man, Blake, you see man like Blake, shout out to Mr. Blake, you know. Shout out to Mr. Stewart, that a Raja, you know. Because them man they other, we would call it a divine influence, a divine touch in my life. Certain opportunities when I get as a youngster from just knowing them man they, is like, when you look back on it, even Blake himself, Blake gave me my first business opportunity where me as a little young entrepreneur could have make some money for myself. You see me, so me have a big up Blake, you see it. Certain business mentality what me I bring, certain things where me I put to Perspectives Media right now. A Blake. You see me?
Father Blake, me call him yo.
Yeah man, Blake, yo, them man they are general, yo. Me I wait for a time in a life where me can sit down with Blake, with me there, so and Blake in that chair. Yeah man, trust me man. Blake, them man they have a different type of energy, you see me? And
go ahead,
and as youngster, this is some big man really appeal to some youngster in a certain way. It's like
a father role.
The man take up, you see me? And the man there, me can never tell us me have a bad reaction with them man there or a bad interaction with them man there. It's always a teaching vibe. You see me? So you got school now, and you're there at school, and your culture shock when you reach there, like.
Well, what happened now is that Blake then would have set me up on an end where I'm not on the campus, I'm not far on the campus, but I'm not in the normal place where people would have go from far away, would have been the kind of uptown gated community, like near to the school, on the heights and them places there. So I'm on Riverview, and Riverview is the back gate of the school. You go up like Garden Town Road, and because after a while, start knocking go down Augustown and go down by UE and so after a while. But at them places, they end up dropping. So I'm dropping now. I mean, we're exposed to some good bridging. We kind of through Blake, make sure me set good. The man they just expose me to everything in terms of whatever me want. So downtown, come downtown, let me know what to do, how to move. It's like I want me little herb, you know what I mean? I'm not up to find me little herb. Like whatever me want, king. Check. I mean, how to travel on the taxi them, how to move on the bus them.
Yeah, because you see taxi, you see taxis in, and people from St. Kitts Nevis look on this like you see taxi as some Noah bus and so. Taxi a car Yeah. You have more robot taxi than what?
Then Corolla Sprinter and them,
Yeah, like illegal taxi and taxi. You go anywhere you want to go. Upon the snap, like click of a finger.
But
you see me?
For me, Jamaican different culture. If you want to talk about culture, it's something where you have to explain over just words, guys. It's something you have to just see for yourself.
Experience. Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Some people just go down there and experience different things based off I don't know if it's like what them I look for or what they're just unlucky to buck up against, because there are things that happen there. I'm not too nice here, man, still, you understand, where you're not too like, but once you have a governance as how to move around and how to interact.
Yeah, because the thing with Jamaica, Zane, is like Jamaica is a place where you mind your business, you stay out of people's business. So a man we all get killed there, so, and you pass there, so, and him did there, so, and that take place there, so. At the end of the day, it affect you, you know. But then that's not your business. But you see, you living in a small community here, like all St. Kitts and Nevis, we're 36 square mile. St. Kitts, no, not St. Kitts, Nevis, we're 36 square mile. Somebody dying is like, somebody dying violently in town would be something out of this world. Whereas in Jamaica, you have so much go on. Like somebody was dead right this time, you know, you know. You get what I say?
I get what I say, and me no feel like it's okay then. If you look at that aspect of it, right? You gotta look at the culture, not just the people itself, but sometimes even the political environment and the demographic financing and what it is happening. You know what I mean? So Jamaica, the first place me go, experience water cut off for me for extended period of days.
Yeah.
Understand? So you start to realize that some people in Jamaica don't get that. Other people don't get that. Understand? So there's a definitely big gap between the poverty line and the rich people in Jamaica. You want to know about class system and different things and know how to step in the rank, you got to go and you see big countries. In Nevis now, a little bit more small and I don't say more friendlier, but definitely more family orientated.
Yeah.
People not really, carry too much. Carry malice sometimes, but not.
But you say poverty. To me, there is no poverty here, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it's a different dynamic. It's a different dynamic. Honestly.
Blood, there is no class here in terms of it's just that you have them people there at the top and then everybody come after. Basically here. But Jamaica, you have real class system.
So for in that regard right now, that's why I say maybe just love Nevis.
Yeah.
And how it's like you feel a part of a community. In Jamaica, I love Jamaica because I end up still feel a part of a community.
Yeah, because you fall into a community.
You fall into a community, CMS.
Yeah.
It's just being able to feel safe and empowered within the community. So I definitely feel safe and empowered within your community. You understand?
Yeah.
But CMS, I could go in places in Jamaica and feel safe and empowered just the same.
Yeah.
So is for some people it might not be okay then. I could easily move from me there and shift go there. Some people they have to just live that because that's just how it's set. And that's the reality I think.
And that's the reality because
so it's for me, me see that and it's like it's hard to distinguish against like what's good and what's bad sometimes, right? So
yeah man, because Jamaica Jamaica have so much difference to offer.
So it's the one place that I love, I always just go back twice. I had times when we go back link with Virgin them and so I had good times in Jamaica, boy. Me love the whole of Jamaica.
From Jamaica now, Zane, you transition back to St. Kitts, Nevis to be exact. What was that transition like? coming back to Nevis, isn't it? Because you would have done your degree and you get your degree in, what was the study again?
Urban and regional planning.
Urban and regional planning. So you come back to Nevis. How was the transition?
Well, I mean, there are things that happen in Jamaica CMSL that we not really touch upon, but I mean, during me time in Jamaica, I would also come back during the summer, you know.
Okay.
So me just come back and just spend time in like Prezi from Stony Grove and so at the time it would have been a base in them areas there. So coming back, you know, integrating, doing some internship and them stuff there, that kind of it's like me really too far from Nevis at certain points, you know, spend some time. So about 2 summers me come back, and then maybe the third year and the final year maybe. Well, 2 summers me come back and then the final year me stay. You understand? So nothing goes to. I did summer school, the third year, yeah. So all that happened to CMSL, and during that time they too, me would have focused on a lot of Jamaica art and culture and business, you know. So me would have start to see different ways in which art is being expressed and used as a means of, you know, business CMS still. So that was interesting for me, even though I had the option to just focus on the degree alone. Definitely spend some time developing artwork, and that kind of lead me to the whole aspect of business now, where know that me back, you know, me push certain business that me started in Jamaica, which would have been the brand with Ibris, and from wanting to push the brand, you know, the printing and graphic design aspect came, which was True Vibes Island Prints. But all that was developed in Jamaica with a lot of long time and hours spent, you know, with different friends and different business.
So you mentioned Red Ibris, True Vibes, graphic. Wait, what is it? Graphic.
True Vibes Island Prints.
True Vibes Island Prints.
Yeah.
Isn't me? So you transition back to St. Kitts Nevis now, and you decide to start your company, True Vibes Island Prints. Isn't me? What inspired that? Isn't me? What inspired that company to be started?
Well, definitely, you had aspects of the art farms I was talking about. So, from the desire to paint, you know, that developed through my time at CSS as well, where I would work with certain groups to develop, you know, painting skills and so forth. So at the time it was the JA program where I had to assist with making a couple of things, you know. So at the time they had wanted some art teachers around CMS still. So from that now we started to develop from just sketching and doing certain things to painting and that kind of stuff. So that as well helped me to build my portfolio I was talking about. So during applying for the architecture course, I had to be able to do a lot of artwork because I had to present a portfolio. They wanted a nice compilation of all your stuff, like photos, different art they do, you know, paintings, drawings. So that kind of pushed me to really dive into the art farms and so forth. So when I went to Jamaica, man, the idea was to develop on that. So the painting started.
So it would seem like Jamaica had a huge impact on Kadou as a person.
Yeah, so I can't live it over so easily.
Isn't me?
But I wouldn't say like impact on the identity, but just the exposure. Because at the time, it's just a level of seeing certain things, being exposed to certain things, you understand? Being tested, being challenged, you understand? Outer environment.
Outer your comfort zone.
Yeah, kind of vibe, you understand? So that was something that I think I really enjoyed at that point, where certain tasks that me had in mind, we could have put them to the test and we see some fruition from it. So yeah, Jamaica was that. So when I came back now, it was seeing how we could integrate and push, because when I started the business in Jamaica, I had like printing stuff in Jamaica. I had link up over Ochi and started to push the kind of concept of having a printing shop out of the need of wanting to produce quality shirts, you know. So that kind of started me out in Jamaica, but it didn't work out in the way in which I thought it would, you know. So that kind of taught me
expound on that. Like, how didn't it work out?
Well, on the aspect now, you're gonna be a look at okay, you invest in money, CMS still, but you need a team, you need personnel to help build, because at the same time I go to school, you understand? So it was like being able to rely upon other people to get things done, but other people got things to do as well, you understand? So it kind of taught me a lesson that for certain things, it kind of best you deal with it
by yourself.
Yeah, kind of start the mission there. At the same time, you still need people that you can still trust within a circle. So we had the classmates, were friends that was around that could have helped, you know, encourage me, push me forward, same and still, is it? So the aspect there was just something that, you know, you learn from it, same and still. So when we come back now in Ibris, it was an aspect of just seeing how we could take my time, bit by bit, you know, stroke by stroke, brick by brick, and just push the whole aspect of the printing and so forth.
Okay, so for the people watching, you see me, right now we're wearing I think this is the original red Ibris shirt design.
Well, it wasn't the original, but one of the designs them.
Yeah, but me see this from grassroots stages, like.
Well, the logo itself,
yeah. So tell me, what's the inspiration behind this shirt? Like, what's the inspiration behind this design, rather? Well, because this would be one of the most identifying aspect of red Ibris. When you think red Ibris, you think this bird and the red Ibris vibe, the red Ibis words on the side, you know what I mean? Like everywhere I would go and me see this from me see the bird with the red with this red Ibis, because initially it was majority it was black with the red background. What's the inspiration behind that?
Well, the concept of red Ibis is red Ibis, we are royal, and with that energy behind of it is about promoting positive energy, you know, self-belief, confidence to be embodied with, you know, with the inner power that you could bring out, CMSL. So for me, you know, the concept of the bird, I was always inspired by the concept of a red bird called Ibris, and that would have basically. So
there's actually a bird, a red bird named Ibris.
Is a scarlet Ibis.
Oh, yeah, so a scarlet Ibis is red.
Red, just red bold. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, but from that, you know, it just kind of inspirations to kind of use that as a symbol of when you look at it, you know, you look at Ibis bird of a caliber, knowledge and so forth. And so with that energy, you know, the royalty behind of it, you know, the crown on top of the head and everything kind of symbolize what you want to embody, the royalty within oneself and so forth. Bring out that knowledge, bring out that, you know, good energy, bring out positive energy, you know what I mean? Just try to, the more you focus on, you know, just that good within yourself and expressing that, you know, royalty. You know, I mean, negativity can be the same myself, and we can't forget that. You know what I mean? So it's being able to balance, being able to deal with things, but I said, you know, like a balance level, see myself. So yeah, whether Ibris, we are royal. So with that concept, you know, man, such a, you know, promote good energy, see myself.
Good energy. So you speak a lot of good energy, isn't me? And the people that look upon you tonight, explain the look of Kadou. Or what is this look? Are you a Rasta?
On a level same as still I wouldn't call it a Rasta situation, same as still. Sometimes you get carried away by labels a lot too. So free expression, you know, being able to wear me here a particular way, kind of push me towards the energy where, yeah, alright, Rasta thing there and Rasta thing there, but we wouldn't just, you know, deal with it on a ignorant level, you know, not wanting to deal with certain things and so forth. So I would kind of push it like, okay then, I want to eat healthy, and I mean because it's good for my body, which I want to have a good state of being because it's good for my mental, you understand? So I find myself being drawn into a particular lifestyle that kind of embodies that kind of way of thinking, you know what I mean? So for me, being able to express myself and bring forward some things that are natural to me, it kind of helps to empower me, you know?
So you think, alright, you think you're here, in essence, you're here is your is an expression of self. Like you find yourself through your hair. In essence, you find a part of yourself through your hair.
I wouldn't say a part of me that could always be cut at the end of the day. You understand? And it could be worn like this because of how me feel, how, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want the hair be the main attraction at the end of the day.
Yeah, but the hair distracting and you look like a Rasta. You know, the ear.
I mean, tell a man don't call me Rasta. If a man call me Rasta, I say yes, I. You understand? I'm going through because for him, me, I portray the look what he would have considered to be a Rasta. If that's what he feel like it is, it's fine. You understand? And me will govern myself and certain you want to call it discipline, yeah. You understand that at the end of the day, me will give thanks and me would know what it is me have go forward with and so forth. And a real confident level seeing myself. You know what I mean? So me not say me a born a man for being a Christian and me a born a man for being whatever he wants to be like this. You know, so me don't want to be ignorant towards other people and what they believe in the same myself. So if it means that me just move up on a level, because me don't want to be, you know, like against a man liberty, see myself. Because my liberty is my liberty. And your liberty is your liberty. But it doesn't mean me can't interact with you. I don't really consider myself a Christian. I would have grew up in a Christian home, see myself. But at the end of the day, me gravitate to a particular liberty, see myself. You know what I mean? And for Rasta, it got past just a religion now. I'm more into a spiritual connection with just, you know, yourself and nature and them kind of things.
Nature. Isn't it? Because my personal view upon Rasta thing still, you know, is Rasta was never a religion enough, fam. Isn't me? And the Rasta them we come take Rasta and turn it in a religion. That me see them as some natty dread Christian, basically. Isn't me? Because Rastafarianism, you know, if you really check the history, you know, Leonard Howell started Rasta, you know.
You know what going on.
Leonard Howell started Rasta and then put him in a mental asylum, you know. You see me say I'm a madman, you know. You see me? And it was started on the call to Africans to look to Africa for the crowning of an African king. Yeah. Because basically where Marcus Garvey is saying is, if you look upon the white man, them have a white god. You look upon the Chinese, or the Asian rather, them have an Asian god. You look upon the Indian, them have Indian gods. You see me? So where is the black man God? You see me? And then at the end of the day now, we come start our thing. Leonard Oil come start our thing. And it gain traction. You see me? And the man them turn it back into Christianity. You get what I say? Because them the new age Rasta them come them are seek to validate their beliefs. So them go to a Bible now. You see what I say? But if you check the genuine Rasta them, the Hillsman them, you see me? You will find out that them man they can't even read, much less.
So I got a question for you now, right? And you just come to me thoughts.
The mic.
Yeah, so I have a question for you. And it just come to me thoughts. They got concepts where you find, you know, the Bible and different aspects of it, even having some kind of, what we want to call it, connection in how people live their life. They can't deny that. They got aspect where it speaks to be fruitful and multiply. Right? Now, suppose we were to look at the concept as being fruitful not just by sowing seed of DNA, but fruitful in terms of production, fruitful in terms of bringing forth one product and being able to multiply it. You understand?
And what would you consider that product to be?
You know, necessarily has to be a product that is one concept. It could be you being able to turn a farm into a beautiful thing, or you taking a fish spot, catching fish, you know, feeding the multitude with just small beginnings is a multiplier effect you look for. You understand? So working hard towards a goal, you know, today you want to jump 5 times, tomorrow you want to jump 6, you want to jump, you know, so you look towards progress, you look towards growth, you look towards expansion. You know, you multiply, you be fruitful. So it don't necessarily mean just as a man just go on and succeed, or as a woman just go on and breed. You understand? Me feel that it mean more. So you could use different, like, you know, perspectives, angles, and really look at certain terminologies and realize, but this this has some kind of instructions for me, I'm not a Christian.
But at the end of the day, right? Zin, I always go with the analogy. Zin, everything is up for interpretation. And for a book, if you travel through time so much, I ask myself all the time, how much has this book changed? You understand? Because if we in a room, out there, a small space out there, and 5 out there, and me start a message, Zin, by the time the message reached the third person, it has changed twice over. Now this Bible has been traveling through time for how much, 2,000 years now, and to see, sometimes I find myself questioning its validity. You know what I mean? How truth is the content in that book, because the Bible, to me, the Bible is a very inspirational book, and nothing wrong with being a Christian, because enough people find power in Christianity, you see me? Because even me find power in Christianity within myself, because me grew up in a church, Fun fact, one of the best persons me meet since coming to St. Kitts Nevis will help me along my journey. You see me? A Pastor Pemberton. You see me? Them man they give me work at some time. You see me? When me down, me can go talk to them man there. You see what I say? So the church has done many goods. So you see where, even though we label it as a religion, if you realize the function of the gathering, it could be negative, yes, but it could be positive as well, where you are looked to help and have a multiplier effect. Understand? So you could see when you start look at, just appreciation of life,
and the levity of certain things. That's where you know feel no way, you know, dealing with certain people and loving certain people, same as still, even though they might think different than you, because at the end of the day, it's like you see them out. I try the best to deal with life as how life I get presented to them. For me I deal with life my way. You understand? So Rastafari now might go beyond just here. Is more than just here alone. You know what I mean? You don't make it because you got to hear me and Rasta away, but it's definitely a lot more than just that. You understand?
Yeah, because
So
me as a man, you know, I listen whole heap of Mota Baruka, you know, and them man they explain the concept of I and I. I and I being is not just a self thing, it's not just a me thing. That is I and I.
It's me seeing you. Me seeing myself in you.
Right, it's me seeing myself in you. So there's no me, it's I and I. You get what I say? And it's like people not take the time out for really listen to what a Rasta man have to say, because everybody have for them perspective on life, you know. And for you, I gotta tell me, you know, say my thoughts are rubbish. It's like you just close me out, like you just cut me off, you just me no work nothing then. You get what I say? So then at the end of the day, all me I try to show the world all the time is the Rasta man have something for say too. You get what I say? And the problem I have with Christianity itself, see, in a Christianity I grew up in, you know, this judgmental vibe. It's like them feel like them have this divine connection to God. You get what I say? God's supposed to be an omnipotent being in a fam. Isn't me? Sees all, knows all. Before it happen, what gonna happen? Isn't me? So at the end of the day, fam, nobody not supposed to feel like say my belief is better than yours. A man's belief should be their personal thing. Isn't me? And me as a man, I will go sit down in the church now. Tonight, tomorrow, I will go sit down in the church and listen to what a pastor have to say. Because I can take positives out of it. You get what I say? It's inspirational. You know what I mean? You find the value in what people says. In because words powerful, you know. Words powerful. You see it, and nobody here right now will be here the next 200 years. So at the end of the day, and none of we not sure for a fact. Like we don't know for a fact. We just have faith that when our time come, we have something else. We have something else looking towards. You understand?
No guru or nothing like that, but it's just the concept of making do with the time, as well. You know, a little bit there, like you can enjoy it, eh? Don't. It's like you come for everybody. But anyway, what we gonna do until that? You know, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna make some stories. We're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna have some adventures. We're gonna inspire some people. You know, you look at Bob Marley and the fact that he done gone, but there are so many things that he left behind that we right now still. You know what I mean? So what we gonna do right now to have some kind of lasting effect? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then, alright, there's only one Bob Marley, isn't it? But then there are many other Rastas. There are many others that come before them, isn't it?
No, when I was saying Bob Marley, it was just more like being able to, because you got Leonard Howell. These are man them you could just call originals, and they still live on. People look at Emperor Selassie for what he do, and even take to him as, you know, Almighty and all kind of different things. So being able to find your way through all that, then, you know what I mean?
It's a real thing, fam. Because alright, even Rasta continuing on at Rasta, fam. You know how much youth right now Rasta touch them life in terms of enough youth have ear like what me have right now, you know. Locks up, you know. It's just, you know why my ear not like yours? Because me work in a corporate structure. So me have to try fit in as best as possible to get through with what me see myself going into. You get what I say?
Yeah.
Is it so? At the end of the day, Rasta synonymous with our culture now. Rasta reach, a Rasta put Jamaica on the map. Isn't me? A Rasta put the Caribbean on the map because the Caribbean, Jamaican culture is synonymous with the Caribbean. You get what I say? And Jamaican culture is Rastafarianism.
Yeah, in a sense, you find a lot of dreads in Jamaica, and the culture definitely reach out. There was a point where, you know, Rasta wasn't something that was being promoted in the mainstream. Over time, you find different things adjusting and times changing towards certain things. So there were definitely times when, even though me still find it difficult to work around certain things, you understand? So there are pressures, same as still. So me would look at it more so as I say, like the expression trying to work within, knowing that, you know, if tomorrow we might not have me here for certain reasons, whatever be, and then it doesn't change the way in which we deal with the world or interact with the world. You understand? It doesn't move my beliefs in how me want to deal with certain things, same as how I want to interact with people. So it has to go beyond the here as well. You understand? Because there were times when you had Rasta where they used to run and cut off the locks.
Yeah, man.
You understand? And it didn't change him from being a Rasta.
You ever hear about the Carl Garden
them
incident?
incidents that happens, yeah. So
fam, yo, and speaking of even Rasta, cause that topic here is a topic with me. Yo, me tell you know, Rasta Jamaica at one point in the hills, the man them have to go live like animal, you know, basically, you know, away from society, you know. Is it because this all of this start because the man them said Rasta kill police down in a I think a sentence. You see me? And them oppression there put a negative stigma upon Rasta. You see me? People of Jamaica have Rasta as nasty man, have Rasta as this, have Rasta as that. Even Bob Marley, you know. Enough Jamaican now and talk it, you know. But the fact of the matter is, Bob Marley go out there go bust before him get the true love and support from Jamaica, you know. You get what I say?
Yeah. I could feel the passion.
You get what I say?
Yeah, I could feel the passion.
Yeah, fam. I years me yo, me literally lay down, sit down, everything. Listening to Muta Baroka, you know, fam. Easy me. That's one of my greatest influence as a youth, you know. We get a chance to meet Muta already, you know. I sit down for nearly 5 hours in a Jessup Community Center. I wait for Muta talk, you know, and listen Muta talk, you know, because Muta is a man where, yo, people don't see the value in what Muta bring to the black race. You know?
When we in Jamaica, and that's when we get exposed to Muta as well. So. I remember Muta for the poetry, some poetry where they yeah, but Muta Buka, I know the Rastaman, barefoot Rastaman. And then even here, you know, he wouldn't be somebody that you follow on a reputation because they still dispute his claims at the time, how he been deal with himself and going forward with things. But yeah, but we went to Jamaica, boy, long heap on that, man. We got a chance to see a couple times.
Rasta, man.
DJ and thing. You see me? Yeah, man, a couple sessions we got like some dub session and thing. Yeah, man, I want to put up on the turntables, man, a DJ and thing, your laptop and I'll be able to see him.
See him, boy.
Yeah.
Muta that, you know. Father, Muta that today. Right now, one of my greatest accomplishments would have can sit down and hold a conversation with the man, because the man does radiate a different energy from, like, you know what I mean? So moving on from religion now, Zine, I could talk some more about the business, isn't me? So you start your business and you get a lot of support or you get a lot of fight, isn't me? Talk about some of the negatives and some of the positives that True Vibes get.
Well, I wouldn't call it negatives. I would just call it challenges. And when you twist it like that now, it kind of make you realize that it's a challenge that you could overcome as well. So it's a part of the process of growth, development, where you could look at certain things and progress. So along the way, you know what I mean, I would have started the printing aspect in Jamaica, linking up with my classmate Melvin, a couple of people around, help me with the logo, help me with the artwork, help me with the printing, you know what I mean? So
the company was started by you solely?
So basically, yeah, as I said before, it was a expression from the art farm. So it started with the painting, and I labeled me painting name by Ibris, and then from that push out some graphics and stuff like that. This is the brand now. Start push the brand. So that them things they would link up with like a printer. You know what I mean? He could help me print my stuff. He go to my next virgin and he started doing printing. So what happened was that I was looking for a little bit more quality and a little bit more expansion of my printing. But we had limitations with the equipment that we had. So we had an idea, okay, then let me partner up with the printing virgin, and then let me see how we could get some equipment in and see if we could get a more high quality printing thing going on in Jamaica. So that's where the artwork, then to the graphics, into the branding, and then into the printing. You know what I mean? And then that was just where during that time they got different obstacles. So yeah, me come back a couple times. Remember trying to introduce the brand to Ibris, sell a couple of shots and so, you know, get a couple of the bridge them close, get in, like they push it out and kind of stuff like. And all the time it been come forward, and then sometimes as a business you grow, you're going to have to adjust to the demand, adjust to persons, leaving your comments and different things. So that was like the first year against university. I try all them things there. Second year, I continue. Third year and fourth year, and then things were, you know, building accordingly. So it wasn't just bam, you know, happened just so. There's a lot of challenges.
So you had a lot of challenges along the way. So you ever hear a man tell us, say, yo, I go with your shirt them. Print them then, you know, and them, you know. And you see him go down the road, go buy some shirt from some other people where them they are just some overseas thing.
Well, definitely when we first come back, I mean, I remember my first summer. What I did one time was I went downtown in Jamaica, and you could go wholesale, you could buy like, you know, jeans and shirts and different things. So don't come back to me, hustle some gears, try to make up some money during the summer, and then come back with a shirt them as well. You know what I mean? So during that time, you know what I mean, when I sell them things there as well, and then still I sell my shirt. And I remember when we present my shirt, you know, people ask me, well, if I print this, and you know, like, can't believe I produce the same as still in Jamaica. And then come back now and sell, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of hesitation. So person wouldn't spend their money with me.
So were you ever tempted to pass this off as them have some shirt with some other people do, like them have some established brand?
Well, for the branding thing, I mean, it's something where you got to work towards, and after a while you start to look at how you present yourself to people. And you got to present to the people, you know, ready, with quality, with certain things that they see as, you know, it makes sense for them to work with this. This is quality stuff. This has a meaning to it that we could relate to. So that come over time, you know, bring that forward, CMSL. So you look at how you could market yourself, how you get your word of mouth out there. So I remember one time, me Virgin went to a protege shop, and I had one of the designs in mind. Nice design. Think I see one day with the Africa, with the organic, with the wheat tree. And the man come off his stage, and you look at the shirt like with the clothes away in a workshop.
Oh, the protege?
The protege, and he had a partner with a piece of red dub. Some dubs we don't buy, I can't even remember his name. But him in a workshop. And you know, man get the attention until him come across and she introduced to the brand and so. And he liked the design and everything, but he was like, so with the brand it, you know what I mean? And then I was like, you know, I had to turn around and show him the Ibris to the back and so forth. And you know, he was like, okay, you know, like, you know, I mean, see the brand for what it be, because the graphics itself are just blending into it, you know, graphic. You know what I mean? But how do you tell a Nike? How do you tell Adidas? How do you tell a Polo? And all you look for is a particular symbol, and you look at them. This are the Nike, this are the, and ain't no words, not for them right now, ain't no words but them, you just see the symbol and you know exactly what it be. You understand? So you realize now with the branding, for persons to want to be, they really have to consider the ideas of what the brand carry and how people are look at it, CMS.
Yeah, man, because you need a symbol that's simple enough for to be easily recognizable, isn't it? So your bird supposed to stand out,
right?
You know what I mean? Like how Nike is just a swoosh, you know? And that's just synonymous with Nike. From you see a swoosh, right now, I'm sure some teachers are mark book in the school, and the pitney them a look upon it and say, teacher, you give me a Nike. You get what I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, branding is important.
Yeah.
You see me? That's why when I start this, one of the first things when me invest in was the logo. You see me? The PM logo, as simple as it is. You see me? That's supposed to be something that stands out with my show. From you see me, you're supposed to see the Perspectives Media, the PM, as simple as it is. You know what I mean? Me never want it to be too complicated, and me never want it to be too simple. So we'll find a common ground, like a middle ground. You know what I mean? And shout out to me, my graphic designer, Kiana. Is me? She well talented, is it? But continuing on now, Zane, you speak of some of the struggles, but what are some of the great experience, the great business experiences you would have had?
Well, honestly, boy, me really love the idea of the business being able to grow. You know what I mean? The brand and what it means. So sometimes I still get goosebumps just seeing people in the shot. Yeah, but you just walk up by people and they don't even know me. You know what I mean? But you can see they feel real comfortable with the shirt, they feel real pleased, you know what I mean? Where they choose to wear it, you know, it kind of symbolize, okay, then this is something.
Yeah, this is something, so they would wear it to an event.
Yeah. So it kind of make me feel like kind of warm inside, knowing that, boy, you know, people actually, you know, feel the energy, you know, are willing to support, willing to be a part of the movement, CMSL, where themselves are push a good energy, CMSL, and even if it's just about the colors, it's just about the how it looks, how it feels, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Just the fact that, you know, that thought is still happening, you know what I mean? So me, I work a lot towards, you know, just building with the team, you know, building different things that help bring that out, you know. So to get that to the point there, you know, seeing where the printing what we do, you know, at True Vibes Island Prints, that's something that now, you know, develop alongside the brand with Ibris, where we're able to produce quality prints for other people, you know, companies, customize stuff, you know, different things that people want as well. So being able to love doing what I do, you know what I mean, and still looking to build and not only build me but build a team, you know what I mean. So definitely looking for being able to provide opportunities for other people to take art as an art form and being able to make money from it, you know what I mean. Supporting local artists, you know what I mean, supporting local entrepreneurs with their businesses, so help them, giving them marketing experiences. So me myself, from my experiences, like working with business, working with other people, dealing with business, we could sometimes, you know, be able to give advice to my clients, not just with graphic wise, but how they go about dealing with their stuff, you know what I mean. So being able to just see that naturally become a part of what the business is all about, and being able to look at making revenue from that is good.
Yeah, so you mentioned helping artists. Other than helping artists or even expanding on how you help artists, or are some other ways that you would assist, or some services you would offer to the public or to young aspiring persons? What are some of those services True Vibes offer?
I mean, like services like, you know, the printing aspect of it.
Not just the printing, but even the assistance. What are some of the kind of assistance? What kind of assistance you would offer?
Well, I mean, for now, I would definitely be working with like graphic designers and getting like an opportunity to do some work, necessarily working on projects with them and so forth. Also, just got persons who got ideas for starting their own brand, you know what I mean. Look at people like Davian right now, where Davian the artist.
Yeah, man, shout out to Davian the artist. We have an interesting episode actually with Davian the artist, because, and I think what we see with Davian the artist is he have a shirt design where the words on it really speak to me, where the words are saying practice makes progress. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what do I call it? That's a potent line.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Practice makes progress.
Yeah. So Davian the artist, man, man, he's a good youth, man. It's a privilege to be able to work with him, partner with him in terms of working on different projects, you know. So it's them kind of creative minds that, you know, the True Vibe Island Prints brand is all about, being able to have that platform to do quality prints, do quality graphic designs, but also working with other companies as well, being able to do prints for them. You know, it's a push forward where, you know, because they're able to get a quality product, it kind of encourage business going forward, because persons would see that, okay, this is a quality product. I would like to be able to have this kind of quality product for my business as well. You know, so person like Superior Interiors, Carl with the lighting, with the LEDs. We got Buddies, Jamila with Body Hunting. You know, a lot of different small companies you work with CMS. Still look at working with Panko, Naje, you know, them kind of persons there. I can't even call R because there's so much people that, you know, would have been working with and so forth. And you have like even like a couple of DJs, them, you know, New Level, Presidential Sound, you know, being able to
big up Presidential Sound, you know.
Yeah, man.
Oh boys.
Yeah. So it's been able to develop partnerships with businesses that, yeah, they want quality products and they're willing to do business with me and so forth. Then you have Dave and the artist again, somebody who has their own, brand thing going on, and then they want quality prints. So you see how the synergy is working out, same and still. So those are the things that I look forward to. True Vibes, Island Prints, using that platform to partner with other people, to promote business, to promote local art, to encourage creativity in whatever aspect we can. So, visually designing things, linking up with musicians, or whatever the case may be, we could do. That's where True Vibes Island Prince, has that foundation or drive to produce that quality print, or the quality service, or the quality graphic, whatever you need. And then for the Red Ibis, now you're gonna see more of that branding identity, that lifestyle, that royal, that identity towards, empowerment, knowing where you're from, knowing that you have strength, your ancestors had power within them. So no matter where you come from or where you think you're supposed to be aligned to, the brand with Ibis is supposed to be a reminder that you are a king, you are a queen. Once you decide that this is the lifestyle that we want to be a part of, that we want to embody. You know what I mean? So that's the drive. And with that now, we're seeing growth. We're seeing a lot of things to give thanks for.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people here printing shirts. You know what I mean? Like they're doing graphic designing also. What would you say makes Red Ibris or True Vibes stands out from the competition?
I think the whole idea of not really looking at that competition, because when you do that, it kind of takes away from the identity. You know what I mean? Focusing more about on other people than what you would do.
Yeah,
so,
but
the standard aspect of it, same as it would be the quality. Where we doing the screen printing.
Yeah, because I might use the word competition, but when we speak of competition, I feel like competition can be
encouraging,
a healthy way of
bringing out the best.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So when we speak of competition, we speak of healthy competition, you know what I mean? So your brand, I'm sure your brand would have a certain unique aspect to it.
Definitely, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
As time goes by, you're gonna see a lot more from the brand in terms of the type of merchandise that we push out. But the basis of it is quality. You want to have that impression that it's something that's gonna last. You're gonna be able to pass it on to maybe your children in the future. You know what I mean? Because not only because of what it symbolizes, but definitely the effort put into the printing aspect of it, and what you feel comfortable as a buyer getting. You know what I mean? So whatever Red Ibis gonna put its mark or association with, it's gonna be quality. It's gonna be something that represents.
Hear that, people? Quality, isn't me? And I feel like that is a good note to end on, isn't me? So Kadou, before leaving, one question I wanted to ask you: where did you get that name? Is your government name Kadou?
Yeah, I said before, remember Ryan Kadou.
Ryan Kadou.
Yeah.
So what does Kadou symbolizes?
Well, during my journey I would investigate what it means. So it's French for gift. Gift to the world.
So you hear that, people?
Yeah.
Gift. So tonight today, whenever you're watching, we're the gift in Perspectives Media, and I would like everybody watching to support True Vibes. You know what I mean? Support Red Ibris, because these shirts that we have been gifted, me and the team have been gifted shirts, and it's top quality shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And the colors also, the colors are very, very much alive.
Vivid, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I'll
tell the people where they could follow you.
We don't know. We on social media on Facebook. Check us out at Red Ibis. If you want to just punch in Red Ibis 91, it will carry you straight to our Facebook page. Red Ibis 91 on Instagram, it will carry you to our brand page. Also for True Vibes, it would be truevibes.ip. True Vibes Island Prince on Facebook, and for Instagram also it will be truevibes.ip. I could just type in True Vibes Island Prince on Instagram and check us out. We also have our storefront location in Charlestown. It's not fully, they're not fully scheduled, but we work with appointments. So if you want to come by the shop, check out the time that we have available to come and get a shirt. You could contact us at 763-3137. We're on WhatsApp, and if you need to call, give us a call as well. Just come check us out. We have a lot to offer by the shop.
Hear that, people? Check out True Vibes, Red Ibris, you see me, and also check out Perspectives Media.
Man. So big up Perspective, man.
Big up the Perspectives Media, you see me, and I would like to express my deepest appreciation for everybody who made it this far in the video. You see me, whoever listening on all platforms, you see me. Remember to check us out on Instagram at Perspectives_media, Facebook Perspectives Media Normal, and the YouTube people. The YouTube is very important. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Is in Perspectives Media. Go out.
Yes, I.